Hello everybody, my name is ZenOokami from Essence of Zen. Today we're going to be doing an analysis on the Batman v Superman San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Now if you're watching from our channel, you may have seen that we released the trailer itself without us analyzing it a day after everyone else released theirs, mainly because we got our copy late. But I digress. Let's go ahead and start analyzing this, and hopefully we'll be able to find all the Easter eggs and make some connections here and there. So let's go ahead and start off right from the beginning.
Today is a day for truth.
Now here you have a lot going on. So we can look at all the signs, and most of these people here are kind of anti-Superman. So they say that this world is our world, not yours. Aliens are un-American. Well, let's be honest here. If we actually had an alien who was a superhero come to Earth, this would pretty much be America's reaction. Let's be a little real about that. Matter of fact, if we kind of zoom or rewind a bit, you can see someone puts a swastika inside of the Superman diamond-shaped crest. So instead of having the S, which in the movieverse means hope, the crest of L, they put a swastika inside of it, which is really, it's horrible, but it's kind of hilarious because, again, if you think to America, they do this. You know, I'm seeing here looking at the God hates aliens. And if you just replace the last word aliens with the F word, not the swear, but the insulting terminology, I mean, this is pretty much like on point in terms of a true civilian American reaction. You know, Earth belongs to humans, but there is also someone else. Share the planet. There's people here who are also pro Superman. People here who is like, if he's here to help us, let him stay. And that is great truth and awesome, but also hilarious because you have like the conspiracy theorists saying, tell us the truth about aliens, and tell us the truth about aliens, so forth, so forth. But then we have this other person here that says, Superman saving lives. So it's going to be this awesome clash between these two type of peoples. I'd also like to point out that I have a source that sent me a supposed leaked script. And so far, for everything in this trailer, the script holds up. So we'll talk more about that later.
The world needs to.
We'll go ahead and freeze frame here. A lot of people complained about the Man of Steel having the colors wash out a bit for a grayer, darker tone via the movie. And while we still have a type of coating, a type of filters, so they seem to have still a type of lowering filter for the movie, but you can definitely tell the cape is far more red, the yellow is more present, the blue is so much more rich. And if we actually go back, we can see that the red on the cape stands out a lot. Let's turn the volume down here. That stands out a lot. Now we move inside of a building here, and of course it's inside the building, so the lighting is going to be quite different. So we went from a light suit, you can see the details in the stitching. It's bright outside, to when we go inside, it looks like a more a darker scale of colors. It's like literally someone up the shading of the cinematography. But I digress. Let's continue.
That kind of power is very dangerous.
It's good to hear that we're supposedly going to, like, this is a flashback sequence that we're literally seeing Bruce Wayne, played by Ben Affleck. His reactions, apparently he was in Metropolis when the Clark versus Zod fight happened. So it's actually quite interesting to see, because we've already found out, based on the articles of Entertainment Weekly, that Batman has it out for Superman. Also, mainly for the fact because Superman, well, not Superman, but Superman and Zod destroyed a Wayne Enterprise building, which I believe is the Wayne Tower or the Wayne Finance building. And this is literally him seeing it happen in action. And if you can see here, specifically, we see the heat vision from Superman and Zod going left and right, and it's quite hilarious to me because we're sitting here and it looks like Ben Affleck is getting mad because he's losing money. Look at that, like he's screaming, "My money!" But no, it's actually more for the simple fact that, again, it's his building. Well, not his main building, but it's Wayne-owned buildings. And he knows people who worked in that building. So this is literally him screaming out in anger and fear and angst of seeing people that he know, people who work for him, people who he probably considers himself responsible for, dying right in front of him. And mind you, people, have always questioned, is Ben Affleck going to make a good Bruce Wayne? Is he going to make a good Batman? I think he is. I honestly think he is. My brother personally really hates the fact that they've gone with giving him some gray hair on the side of his the site here. You can see over here, on his right, our left. Again, he's like in his early 40s, mid 40s. He's not the old Bruce Wayne that we've seen in the literal transition of the Frank Miller's comic books, but it's inspired by Frank Miller. So we know, he's dealt with stress. Death in the family. We'll talk about more about that later. And he is in his 40s, so he's gonna have some gray hair. But my brother just finds it pointless. They did not need to give him gray hair, and that literally angers him. But it's whatever. And one thing they've already done right with this is, off the bat, everyone's running away. Bruce Wayne runs towards the danger. I mean, it's kind of cynical in terms of, what's going on, but that is Bruce Wayne. That is Batman. He runs towards danger. Even as Bruce, except for when he's like undercover inside of a mansion, etc. And of course, you gotta have that one scene where you get that emotional bond, that emotional tie-in. Also, I would like to point out over here on his left arm, he has a watch on. Now, it's always been alluded to various movies, animated series, comic books, that Bruce Wayne, when he's in his Bruce Wayne attire, business attire, and etc., formal wear, he usually wears a watch that belonged to his father. Again, it depends on what source you're going from, be it animated series, comic books, pre-New 52, post-New 52, etc. But the fact that I'm seeing a watch here, very nice watch, I wonder if it will be an allusion or a statement made about Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's father.
Let the record show that this committee holds him responsible.
Now, rumor has it that it states that the Wayne Manor is in ruins. So we're all curious, as if is this Wayne Manor? And if so, is the Batcave underneath this manor, or does he have like a different headquarter location for the Batcave? We don't know. Also, this might be Jeremy Irons who's playing Alfred. This might be him walking through. It could be Bruce Wayne. I'm doubting it because the hair looks more gray overall. But we'll see in the movie. And if you look in this location, this appears to be the Batcave, or one of many Batcave locations. He has multiple headquarters in comic books and in other series, but we can always look over to the right and see that there's, which we'll find out later, is Robin's outfit. This is Robin's outfit over here. So this is some type of Bat location.
That's how it starts.
Here's another key interesting point. A lot of people are speculating that this actually might be from the Joker, but personally I think this is actually just from angry people who are relatives of the people who worked for Bruce Wayne. So it came in the mail, which means likely it was addressed to Bruce Wayne. So unless we want to go with the fact that Joker knows who Batman is, you let your family die. It also could be an allusion to Jason Todd, the Robin who died. you let your family but or it could just be angry people from the relatives of people who died in the Wayne Tower, devastated, because this is recent. This is Wayne Tower, the thing that we saw in that previous flashback, supposedly. Dozens killed, so forth, etc., etc. I think this is just family members who are pissed off at Bruce Wayne for, just getting their anger out. When someone's going through sadness and a devastating, event, they're going to lash out, and sometimes, people are the first to take it.
The fever.
Here, cut to, we see weird training. I mean, whatever you got to do to get your muscle mass back up, but honestly, it's still kind of weird. But if you look around, you'll see weights, and he doing the whole tire arm thing. Nice muscles, Ben. Worked out very nice. I don't really get this little water section of the room. It's very weird.
Good man.
And of course, the bat outfit.
Cruel.
And here's the first look at our Alfred, Jeremy Irons. If you don't know, Jeremy Irons is also the voice actor behind Scar from The Lion King. So if you're in my generation, if you're around that 22, 23 to on up age group, this is Scar. And while my brothers consider him to look more like Commissioner Gordon in this shot, I think he looks like an awesome Alfred. He sounds like an awesome Alfred. I believe he's gonna play the role as an awesome Alfred dramatically. Dude looks amazing. He's a great actor, wonderful voice actor. And I love Alfred. Dude was an MI6 agent before joining up with the Wayne family. So if they're gonna go that route with the movie universe, hopefully we may see some action from Alfred. You never know. He looks like he can kick someone's ass. So yeah, let's see.
This bat.
Now we've seen previous images from the San Diego Comic-Con where they show the bat gadgets, and if not, you want to go over to our blog.essenceofzen.org. And we should have a post out by now with all the images from that San Diego Comic-Con images. And here's one of the Batarangs. I think this movie's Batarangs are probably one of my favorites. I really did enjoy the Batman Begins, Christian Bale, Batman Batarangs, but these Batarangs just look more Batman to me, far more Batman.
It's like a one-man reign of terror.
Now, again, we know that Batman is going to be a mean ass. He is going to be extremely angry, like in terms of course, he's likely going to hold his one rule, no killing. But if you're going to brand a criminal with a heated batarang, you know this Batman is a mean Batman. This is a Batman who's coming from retirement, who's just like, I have a bunch of pent-up rage. You get in my way, I'm going to break some bones, I'm going to burn you, I'm going to brand you, and etc. This is some mean, cruel stuff, Batman.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
So with this scene, it seemed like Clark wants to investigate the Gotham's myth, the legend, the urban story of the Batman. And again, what was sent to me via the leaked script from my sources, that fits in with the script a lot. So the script was good, by the way. So I'm having high hopes, and if the trailer seems to confirm the line from that script that was sent to me a while ago, I'm inclined to believe the script was a real script. So whoa. Again, we see like the S, the red is bright, the yellow is bright, the blue is bright. We get to see more details. Obviously, Zack Snyder heard the cries from viewers and movie-go watchers from Man of Steel, and he has included more saturation, some brighter tones without going overboard with the over-the-top, bright and campy style. Because personally, I like the dark and gritty DC aspects to it, so
This means something. It's all some people.
So cutting to here again, the whole world is curious about Superman being a hero or, complete destruction. We see here he's saving people giving him a sentence to come save us, and I mean, it's breathtaking.
It's all that gives them hope.
People hate.
And this line right here from Martha Kent. Fun fact: did you guys know that both Superman and Batman's mother are both named Martha? Martha Kent and Martha Wayne. I kid you not. I kid you not. Okay. Anyway, Martha Kent's line here is one of the most strongest, down to earth. Like really, it really captures the moment, for me at least, in my opinion.
What they don't understand. Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel. Be their monument. Be anything they need you to be. Or be none of it. You don't know this world a thing. You never did.
Boom! Right there. That line is one of the most heart, connecting lines for Superman, in my opinion. When you have someone who saved the day, who literally owes the world nothing, and everyone seems to want to either make him out to be, the hero that everyone needs or the villain that no one wants. And he's sitting here like, well, I didn't want to be, but, so forth. And the fact that Martha Kent says, you don't have to be. This is your decision. This is your move to make. If you want to be this icon, if you want to be this symbol, go for it. But if not, don't worry about it. You can just hang up your cape, disappear, and let the world fend for itself. And to me, that is some great writing, great dialogue, great aspect. Of course, he's not going to ignore it. He's not going to just, disappear. But the simple fact that was addressed is a key pivotal moment. And it's just beautiful.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? Devils don't come from hell beneath us. They come from the sky.
Now, we saw there that was Jesse Eisenberg, who's playing Lex Luthor. Now, when I saw the released footage of him being bald, I thought he was going to be like a Lex in his 30s, maybe? But looking at him with his hair and looking how he interacts with, we're going to see later on where he's wearing like sneakers, driving a motorcycle. It looks more like he's going to be that type of young entrepreneur who's like in his late 20s, really savvy with what's hip and tech with the kids nowadays. But here we have, Superman on his knees, or at least, some form of crouching near him. And everyone speculates, how do you get Superman in a position like this? Well, obviously, I believe it's kryptonite. Well, if the script that I read was accurate, they're not going to call it kryptonite, or they probably will later on, but it's being targeted as anti-Superman weapons, or anti-Superman weaponry, items, gadgets, etc. So that's what I'm thinking here. We can also see that Lex has his hand bandaged or wrapped up, so I possibly believe, he probably weakened Superman here and probably punched him once or twice. So you never know.
Beneath us. They come from the sky.
So you can see here that, they ended up getting Zod's body. Now, so there's two things, and spoiler alert for, anyone who's still looking at analysis. The rumor has it, as well as the script that I read, that they used Zod's body to manufacture a bio-organic anti-Superman weapon, aka possibly Doomsday. Now, we don't know if it's going to be Doomsday itself or something that's inspired by Doomsday. Personally, I'm hoping it's the latter, because I'm all for having an enemy that is strong enough to, give Superman a run for his money. But at the same time, I really hope they would not change Doomsday's origin. Doomsday's origin is just so perfectly done in the comic books. Like, you just shouldn't touch it. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't. Also, fun fact, Superman would never let, anyone human get a hold of Zod's body or Kryptonian technology. He would have grabbed it, the other technology, and taken it to the Fortress of Solitude. But again, movie universes, I understand. You gotta have plot. Okay, moving on.
20 years in Gotham. How many
So when people first saw this, they thought it was a Batman outfit. This is Robin's outfit. If you look at the arms, they're cut off, so they go to the biceps, and you can see this subtle shade of red. And of course, the ha 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 jokes on you, Batman, done by Joker. This is the outfit of our dead Robin. And for anyone who still is like, oh, it's a Batman outfit, no. There's no cowl with this outfit. That's a face mask. That's Robin's face mask. And apparently shorts, which I'm pretty sure they probably wore like a type of legging or something underneath the armored shorts. Well, let's not talk about that. And also we see here, there's a spear or a type of cane in the, you know, the mannequin holding things, gloves. So if we go on over here, let me find the image. If we move on over, this is an image of Batman and Jason Todd as Robin. Now, it looks a lot like Jason Todd's version of the Robin outfit. Now, granted, the Robin outfits have always been similar across all boards until the most recent, where you have Batman, you know, new family, where it's, you know, you got Nightwing, Red Robin, the Red Hood, and Tim Drake. Tim Drake is Red Robin, and Damian Wayne as the Robin, or just Robin. So, due to leaked images prior to this trailer, there was a image of the Wayne graveyard, the Wayne cemetery, and there was a tombstone that said Dick Grayson. And I'm gonna try to bring up this image post editing later, but you know, and most people think it's just a red herring that the team leaked to get people stirring or talking or etc. I cannot fathom them making the dead Robin Dick Grayson. I can't. I just can't. It would be a bad move. You would piss off all fans. No one wants to see Dick Grayson dead. Nobody. And the fact that it's rumored that the standalone Batman film, directed and starring Ben Affleck, you know, rumored to be titled The Batman, it's rumored that the story for that movie is going to be the Red Hood story. So the fact that we have a cane here, Nightwing / Dick Grayson uses nightsticks, 2 to be exact, and when he combines them, they make a solid pole. This is more like a pole / spear. Now later on, it's Tim Drake who's the one that is iconically using a spear. So my guess is it is indeed Jason's Todd outfit. There are rumors saying that DC is working on a Nightwing movie, which may break off into a type of Teen Titans, Young Justice-esque type of movie, in my opinion, or in my hopes. But yeah, I cannot fathom this being Dick Grayson, and I hope it's not Dick Grayson. Also, look in the back, we can see the Bat outfit with the hand scanner over here, just looking.
Gotham, how many good guys are left?
And I do believe this is Gal Gadot.
How many stayed that way? He has the power to wipe out the entire...
Now we're looking here, and apparently people are very confused of why Superman is walking through a hallway that has armed warriors with the House of Ale logo on their shoulders. And I'm gonna get to that in my theory in a bit.
Higher human race. And we have to destroy him.
If we go back here, this seems to look like Lex Luthor diving into water. Now, it could be Lex, it could be someone who works for Lex, but we think this is them recovering scraps from the Kryptonian technology and etc. So that's possible. Of course, this is a flashback where we see Thomas Wayne, who looks a lot like a Commissioner Gordon in my opinion, due to the mustache, that nice lovely stash, and Martha Wayne in the back there when they have their iconic, you know, being shot down, and supposed to be an alleyway, but this looked more like a sidewalk. And of course, we have a young Bruce Wayne who looks a lot like Justin Bieber. Once it's been seen, it cannot be unseen. I'm sorry. And of course, there's the not tombstones, but the two caskets being brought into the Wayne cemetery. Now, this is where the leaked image of the Dick Grayson tombstone was found. And personally, I think we're really going to see one flashback of this area. I think this is the only flashback we're going to see of the graveyard. And if so, then I do believe that Tombstone was nothing but a red herring joke to put out online to get fans riled up and talking about the movie, personally. Here we can see the Batjet, the Batwing. I like to call it the Batjet mainly because there is a person in the Bat family by the name of Batwing, the African American, or I wouldn't know, just African. He lives in a station in Africa, who go by the name Batwing. He's in a metallic bat suit, kind of like the Iron Bat suit that we saw earlier, but more high tech. So I don't like calling his Batjet Batwing. I call it the Batjet now specifically because of that, but it's in an area full of destruction. Now, people, are very, Batman v Superman. Let me tell you this now. If a fight between Batman and Superman did this, Batman would be dead. So, obviously, it's not Batman v Superman in this particular scene. If we look closely here, we can... Oop, jumping the gun. If we can cut here, we see a young Skrillex with a tattoo or marker of no aliens on his forehead. I'm joking, it's not Skrillex, but obviously the movie is targeting, pop culture with the spiked mohawk and the Skrillex haircut type S thing with the hipster glasses. Just something that I pointed out and saw. Not too happy that I actually saw it either. That's for sure is Gal Gadot, aka Diana Prince, who is Wonder Woman. And here we can see Wonder Woman jumping out from... It seems like there's a device behind her. So if we go here and we pause the frame and try to go... let's see if I can actually get... So if we stop here, we can see that there's a device behind her. And it looks like she rode this thing in and it's crashed and slid through the ground and crashed into the wall and she came out of it. Now me and my brothers are looking at it and we're kind of contemplating if it's some type of Batman device, a vehicle, but it could also be Wonder Woman's version of her invisible plane, except not being invisible, if they're not going to have it in this movie universe that she can fly, because in the comic books in 52 she can now fly. But we have yet to see pictures or video of her flying, so it could be her device of getting around the air quickly. But it's like she's clashing her bracelets here to defend against something, right there. Now, the way that the trailer is made, it seems that they wanted you to believe that she's releasing some type of shockwave. It's not. To me, it looks like she's blocking something, definitely blocking something. So now we have here where it makes you think that she's setting this off, but the type of color, the type of flash, they're two different things. They're just two totally separate different things. This is more of electricity. It seems like an EMP bomb went off or something released or something happened, but it does not look like it's caused by Wonder Woman. And this seems really destructive, so I'm thinking something villainous here. Okay, here's what we get to another point of an Easter egg. This is literally the look of Damian Wayne from the future as his version of Batman, as well as in the comic books when Damian died, there was a Batman-esque villain who turned out to be a cloned version, an aged clone version of Damian Wayne, and he kind of wore a type of garb like this with a trench coat. Goggles on the face, but it was more of a metallic helmet than this leathery thing here. But I just wanted to show you that this looks a lot similar to the Damian Wayne bat outfit. So this is in the picture I have brought up. This is Damian Wayne from the future. He puts on a trench coat. He got the belt across of it. He keeps some type of combat, pants here, and etc. And this is all a part of the type of future that could be if Batman could not raise Damian correctly. So there's a very violent version and a very more responsible, respectable version as well. So it's really really big on these throwbacks in terms of these small cameos, but it also makes you think, what the hell is going on? This is definitely Batman, supposedly, and you know, it might be that he's in Karak, the area where Black Adam, Shazam, and etc. stationed, which from the scripts may be where Lois Lane is. But even so, why would Batman be in a trench coat, even if he's in like the desert, even if a different location? It seems really odd. So I'm gonna continue forward a little bit. So we see here where it's Batman fighting against the armed forces of Superman. So here's my theory about this. If we go back and remember what I told you about the Superman walking through that tunnel with the soldiers with the crest of Ale on their shoulders, I think this is more a part of Batman, you know, being so enraged, thinking what Superman could be, because Batman fears that Superman is a threat to humanity. I think he's literally thinking, it's like a dream sequence where, I hate to say dream sequence because I don't think he's like sleeping or anything. It's literally like his thoughts, you know, his worst nightmares, his worst image in his head of what could be. And I think what he thinks is Superman builds an army, you know, takes over the world, and you know, this is him imagining if he tries to stop it, you know, the worst case scenario, he gets beat, taken out, and etc. in a world that's been destroyed by Superman. That's my theory. I honestly cannot think of anything other reason why Batman would be in this non-Batman suit that is a very big homage to the future Damian Wayne Batman. And in general, why would these, you know, unless they're fanatics? Again, though, I digress. My money is this is a type of vision or a type of thought that Batman says this could be the worst outcome in his head. Okay, moving on, we see the Batmobile crash into a building. Here we see Batman in his bat suit, the actual real bat suit, whooping some guards' ass. And if you look in his right hand, he has a type of device here, and I'm not sure if that's, I can't tell if it's like a shock device or he disarms someone and uses it as a weapon or what, but he is beating someone's ass with it. Explosions with the Batmobile.
He is not our enemy.
There, Alfred, played by Jeremy Irons, tells Bruce Wayne he's not our enemy. Stop with this. Just stop. Just stop. He's not our enemy. Alfred sees this and he plays this role of being Bruce's conscience or Bruce's default go-to backup mind, you know, the person who talks sense into Bruce when he's going off on this mad craze. We can see Lex Luthor driving on the motorcycle. I know how you're probably asking, oh, how do you know this is Lex Luthor? I'm pretty sure it's Lex. We see Lex again walking with some hip-hop shoes for the kids inside of his LexCorp building, and apparently something went down. My guess is Batman was doing some research, tracking Lex, looking and snooping into his files, got the guards alarm probably went off, the guards came, there was a big firefight, they tried to shoot Batman, Batman disarmed and beat them all. I possibly believe that we're going to see Wonder Woman in this building as well, mainly because of all the bullets and Wonder Woman disarming or deflecting the bullets via her bracelets. My money is on Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman in this facility doing research together. We cut to another scene where it's Lex and a big old hunk of kryptonite. A big old hunk. Now, spoiler alert, with the person that sent me the script, it stated that, you know, they're not doing kryptonite being the fragments of Krypton. They're saying that the kryptonite is made and synthesized by LexCorp via the remnants and debris from the Kryptonian spaceships, technology, the bodies, and the other materials from the invasion of Zod and the other Kryptonians. So, just saying. But obviously, it's glowing green, it's kryptonite. Whatever you want to call it, if they're going to call it anti-Superman devices or anti-Superman materials, cool. But it's kryptonite. It's kryptonite, guys. It's kryptonite. Here we see Batman jumping up in the battle between Superman. Now, keep in mind, Batman is fighting Superman now. He's in the armored batsuit. Just keep that in mind for later.
Black and blue.
Here we see Wonder Woman being knocked back into a pillar. Now watch her facial expression. I like this. This has me hopeful of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Now, personally, I still think she should have put on some more muscle, but I'm not here to nitpick that. You know, that's nor here nor there. I love the fact that something punched her and she went flying into a pillar type thing, and the facial expression was, "Oh, so that's how you want to do this." So she's gonna get back up and she's about to whoop some ass. This is the facial expression of Wonder Woman, where it's, "Ha, you think that hurt? I'll show you some hurting," and that gets me. It gives me goosebumps. I love seeing this type of personality from Wonder Woman. It's going to be just fantastic. Again, also I'd like to point out, it's likely that she's not fighting Superman and she's definitely not fighting Batman. So what else could punch Wonder Woman to go flying back into a pillar like that? Just saying, you know, Zod's body, the script that said you earlier, I'm telling you, it's the type of doomsday thing. Money on it. Look at all the destruction. That's not gonna be based off Batman and Superman. It's gonna be based off something bigger. Okay, this is the big moment here. So I'm gonna let this scene play. I'm gonna let it play out, and I'm gonna just rewind it afterwards. So keep watching.
God versus man.
There. Okay. First point. This is not the fight between Batman and Superman. Reason why? Look around you. This is utter destruction. Okay? Also, if Superman was flying in like this, shooting his laser beams at Batman, that's Superman trying to kill Batman. Which he's not going to be like that. I promise you, he's not going to be like, "I gotta kill Batman." Look around you. There's massive destruction. This is not from the Batman and Superman fight. It can't be. Look at all the fire, oh my, no.
God versus man.
And here, this is Batman, not in his metal mecha suit. He fights Superman when he's in his metal suit. He's not in his metal suit now. He's not. So likely, again, he's not fighting Superman in this picture. Okay, one more rewind. Notice the beams. 2 eye beams, very thin. Now we know, as we've seen from Man of Steel, he can expand his heat vision in the movie universe. Yes, he can do it in the comic books. He's allowed to, but in the movie universe, they may do things differently. But based on Man of Steel, we've seen him do larger eye beams. So the assumption is he can make them wider, but they're very thin in this screenshot or in this scene. They're very thin, very precise. Now look here. That's a big beam. That is a massive heat beam. That does not look like the same heat beam or the heat vision from Superman. So again, you have this massive level of destruction. Obviously, this is after the fight between Batman and Superman. Batman no longer is wearing his mech suit, probably damaged from Superman, or he didn't have time to put that suit on for something big that came about. This is probably Doomsday, guys. This is possibly Doomsday or something like Doomsday. I'm telling you. And I know fans are like, Doomsday can't shoot heat visions, but again, if they're doing Doomsday or something like Doomsday that's based off Zod's body, then it's likely he's going to have the same Kryptonian abilities as well. So just keep that in mind, guys.
Day versus night.
Again, look at all this destruction, and this looks more like Gotham, by the way. It could be because of it's dark, but stuff is destroyed. So again, this is not from Batman fighting Superman. This is something totally bigger, something more violent, more destructive. And again, if you read the release summary of the movie, where it's, you know, the two heroes clash until something bigger, more evil appears to throws them off guard. This is that evil. This is that thing. This is, yeah. Also, he looks Italian in this picture, like he's gonna say, you know, something very Italian-y. I just thought I'd point that out.
The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
you know, their confrontation between Batman and Superman. I believe this is going to be a first confrontation, not the actual fight, but just the first confrontation of them meeting face to face. Also point out Gotham City Gas. They're in Gotham at the moment. Oh, that's an epic scene. That's a beautiful epic scene. And that's pretty much the trailer, guys. Look, I am totally down for this movie. I am totally down. So here's a few statements though. So again, spoiler alert. I cannot warn this enough. Spoiler alerts throughout this entire analysis. From the script that was sent to me, if it holds up to be true 100%, we will also see Aquaman in this movie. He won't be the biggest, person on set. It's really focusing around Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But if that source is true, we're gonna see a good amount of Aquaman like that, and we're gonna see about 2 or 3 cameos of Victor Stone, who is Cyborg, as you know, as well as rumored to be 1 cameo of John Henry Irons. If you don't know who John Henry Irons is, he is Steel. He's a part of the Superman family, so if he does make an appearance, hopefully we're gonna see him in future movies as well. And I'm down for it. We've already seen establishment that Robins have existed in this universe. If John Henry Irons does exist, we're gonna see that the Superman family is possible. If we see Aquaman, we know that he's gonna be in his own movie. Hopefully we're gonna see the Aquaman family. That's Myrna, Garth, who was the first Aqualad, who later became Tempest, and hopefully the other Aqualads such as Calderon, who I would love to play in a DC movie, by the way. So if you're watching this, feel free to do hashtag Zane Blaylock as Caldor. Get me into the movies. If you know Jason Momoa, let him know I'm interested. But yeah, guys, I would love to see them start branching out into having like Nightwing show up, have Superboy eventually show up, then have Calderon show up, and then you have the basis for a Young Justice / Teen Titans branch of movies that you can do. It's possibilities are endless, guys. You can even bring in the Wonder Woman family, where you have, I believe her name is Helen of Troy, Wonder Girl, and Wonder Woman's sister, who's also made from clay in Themyscira, the Amazonian goddess lands. Oh my goodness, there's so much you could do with this universe just from like, But guys, that's my analysis. If I miss anything, feel free to point them out. Let me know your thoughts on this. This video may be a tad bit long, but yeah, man, I'm down for it. I'm looking for it. I have seen the Suicide Squad trailer. Jared Leto looks amazing as Joker. My goodness, he looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Oh yeah. And I will be doing videos analysis on that as well as soon as better footage is released as well as sent to me. So guys, this has been ZenOokami from Essence of Zen. Thank you for tuning in for this. If you want to see more of these type of videos via massive geek, nerdy movie buffs from Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Star Wars, etc., let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. If you have any statements, comments that you want to throw out there, feel free to put them in the comments below. Information that you can find is in the descriptions below. I've been ZenOokami for Essence of Zen, guys. I will see you in the next one, but until then, as always, take care.